That's right, Peter Carr. Peter Mobiling. Ain't no feeling like Peter Mobiling. That's the old sayings of Pete's, and Kenworth is Ken Whopper, and Freightliner is Freight Shaker. Oh, Mac was just Mac. I don't know, I'm sure they had a name, I can't remember what it was. Oh, all right, today's subject, Tesla. Tesla trucks, any kind of electric truck, or later on the autonomous trucks, self-driving trucks, whether they're electric or diesel, it doesn't matter. I get all kinds of comments on the in the comment section there about everything from enthusiastic, what do you think about the new Tesla truck? Or what do you think about the new autonomous trucks? What do you think about this? And you know, you get those kind of comments. You get the comments like, you're gonna be out of a job in a few years. It ain't gonna be long. Truck drivers are gonna be extinct. You get all kinds of comments like that. At least I've been getting all kinds of comments on it. Especially on the video that I did, the 18 speed, how to shift an 18 speed. And then, also, there's a lot of juvenile people out there. Okay, it's an 18-speed transmission, 18-speed tranny. It don't look like a tranny to me. It more like my Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner. Oh, come on, people, grow up. Anyway, it's 18-speed transmission. Crying out loud. Anyway, people ask me what do I think about the electric trucks, or the hybrid trucks, or the self-driving trucks. Obviously, that's the wave of the future. What's his name? The Tesla guy. Right here. Right here. What is his name? Anyway, he come out with a press conference here a while back saying, hey, we've got this new Tesla truck, and we're going to sell it to all these companies. And granted, yeah, that is going to be the future someday. Everybody gets ahead of themselves, though, on that kind of technology. Oh my gosh, that's, the Tesla trucks are going to be out there everywhere in just a few. I wouldn't even bother going into trucking career, because there's not going to be trucking jobs anymore. Trucking is all going to be, like robotic drones, where some guy's sitting in an office driving the trucks down the highway, and he's just sitting there and the truck's driving itself, That is the future. That definitely will be the future. Is it going to be in 2000, what is this year, 18? Is that going to be in 2022? No. They might have a truck out there. Sure, they've had some tests I've heard of. They drove across country with I think they had 2 trucks that they tested and drove across country with. And gee, they didn't have an accident. Oh boy, whoop-de-damn-do. So did I. Drove across country without having an accident too. So, yeah, the technology is starting. The problem I see with it is there was just something on the news here a week or about 2 weeks ago out in Arizona. I think it was in Tempe, Arizona, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere out in Arizona. And a self-driving Uber car. Now, this is a self-driving car that has a human sitting in the driver's seat. He wasn't driving, though. He had his hands, he was sitting there texting or something, I don't know. But the car was driving itself. And he still hit somebody and killed the lady and walking a bicycle across the road. So is the technology there? No. In a perfect world, yes. But the problem is there's going to be autonomous trucks on the road, and there's going to be human drivers on the road. And the two probably won't mix too well. Because I can see, by experience, I can see some kid standing on the corner up there. Technically, he's not in the road. Therefore, the Tesla truck won't stop. Okay? But I can see him on the corner, and he's looking around thinking, I'm gonna run out there and run across the street or something. And I can see that and go, I'm gonna let off the gas and kind of slow down, see what he's doing. Okay? The Tesla truck, it's not in the lane. I don't have to worry about it. It's a blinder right there. They don't see what's over there. They don't see what's over there. There's somebody running. They don't care until it gets in their lane. Well, when it gets in their lane, they don't have time to stop then. And there's not that judgment call that a human makes, okay? So I have a hard time believing that this is going to be technology that's going to be world changing in the next 5 years. It's just not going to happen. All right, there's a ton of stuff I can talk about on this self-driving cars or self-driving trucks, and you're gonna see it at places like Disneyland, places that are controlled environments. You're gonna see it places like that. You're not gonna see it on the nation's highway with an 80,000 pound truck driving down the road, okay? You're just not gonna see that in 4 or 5 years. 20 years maybe, but not in 4 or 5 years. So forget about the autonomous trucks. They're gonna have to pass laws, because there are laws in a lot of states that you have to have somebody behind the wheel, okay? So they're gonna have to change those laws in those states. It can be done, but it's, how long lawmakers, how slow they are to react. So I don't see that happening immediate future. No, I really don't. In the distant future, yes. By the time I see it, I will be hung up and I won't be driving anymore. I'll be retired by then. So I'm not worried about it. And if you're thinking about getting into the trucking career and making a career out of it, I wouldn't worry about that, because even if they do start coming out with them, it's not going to, every truck out there is going to be autonomous driving overnight. It's going to take a while for companies to buy the trucks, to get the technology, get the faith in the technologies, and then come with the money, because it's not going to be a cheap vehicle, So they're going to have to do all the offset pricing. Is the cost of the very expensive truck going to offset the wages and everything? How's that? They're going to have to do their balances there. So I don't see that coming around. All right, enough of the autonomous trucks, but let's talk about electric trucks. Oh, obviously, electric golf carts have been around forever, right? And they've got the Tesla car, they've got the Prius, which is a hybrid. If electric cars, if you're worried about getting in, thinking, well, if not worried, if you're thinking that trucking is going to change overnight and that everybody's going to be driving an electric car in 5 or 10 years, look at the highway right now. Look at the highway, go down the highway right now and drive around. Just drive, I tell you what, tomorrow on your way to work, when you're driving down the highway on your way to work, look for a Tesla. They've been out for years. Look for a Tesla. You won't see one. They're rare. They're very rare. Seeing a Tesla on the road is about like seeing a Ferrari on the road in America here. You don't see Ferraris very often. Now over in Europe, yeah, Ferrari and Porsche all over the place, but it'd be kind of like seeing a Mustang in Germany. You don't see very many Mustangs in Germany. Okay, but anyway, they've been out there for several years and they haven't taken the world by storm because they're too damned expensive. And people don't trust them yet. Gee, I'm going to get this car and it can only do 300 miles, and then I'm going to be stranded somewhere with no place to plug in. I've really got to plan. Instead of just driving and getting wherever you want to go, hey, I'm getting a little low on gas, pull into that gas station and get gas. You're going to have to plan your route out to decide, okay, I need to go to here, we're going to go to there, but we're going to have to stop by here and charge the car for 2 hours. Well, we might as well go shopping, because they put a lot of those around shopping centers and stuff like that. So you go and plug in while you go do the shopping. Now, the Tesla car and other electric cars are great for like your morning commute. If you know how far you're going to be going and how long it's going to take to get someplace, you know that it's a 300-mile range and it's 50 miles to work, 50 miles back, you got no problem with your range. But people don't want to wrap up 100 and how many thousands of dollars into a car that they can only take here and there. They can't drive anywhere. So that's my problem with the Tesla and electronic cars. They're just, it'll take a while for them to get out there. All right, something else about the electronic cars is people aren't thinking, how are you going to charge them? Oh, obviously, just have the electric company bring a power cord over to your house, one of them big power cords, because it's going to be very expensive, a lot of electricity to charge one of these things. And you're going to have to go and rewire your garage, your house, whatever, to get the better electricity. Okay. Now, one in 50,000 people do that. It doesn't make a big difference on the grid. Okay. But one out of every other person, 1 out of 2 people goes and does that. That's a hell of a tax on your electric grid. And we're already maxed out on our electric grid. The power companies are talking about we're at full production right now all the time, especially during the summer when everybody's running their air conditioning and they need a lot of electricity. People are the electric companies are running at full capacity right now. So you start adding a whole bunch of really high energy sucking electric devices like Tesla cars and Tesla semis. You know how much, I don't know the exact numbers written down right here, but I've read about how much they use. And it's amazing. The amount of electricity that a Tesla semi uses in one charge will power a house for 3 or 4 months. It's amazing. Well, if you got to recharge this Tesla truck every day or twice a day sometimes, where's that electricity going to come from? Because nobody wants a new power plant. Oh no nuclear plant in my backyard. Not in my backyard. Not in my backyard. So nobody will allow, cities and counties and states, nobody wants to allow a new power station in their area. Okay. Well, if you want to have, it's going to take energy, and electric energy is at its max right now, and I just can't see that they're going to change that power grid in the next 20 years. So I think the big hurdle for electric trucks, not autonomous trucks, but just the electric part of the truck, is going to be where are we going to get the juice? Okay, right now, all they got to do is go down to the gas station and fill up with diesel or fill up with gas or whatever your, propane, natural gas, all that. All they got to do is go down and fill up right now. With the electricity, you think gas is hard to get out of the Mideast. Try to get electricity out of people when they don't. I don't want that power grid in or power station in my backyard. We can't burn coal anymore either. Because politicians and everybody's worried about the clean air and everything. So where are we going to get this power? That's what I don't understand is where we're going to change it. We're going to get this clean electric trucks. They won't pollute anything. But the electricity had to come from somewhere. So it's polluting not at the tailpipe of the car, but at the smokestack at the power plant. So the only solution for some of these just absolutely zealot, oh my God, the world is going to end because we're burning fossil fuels. For those people that are so worried about that, there is no solution for them. You can't make them happy. There's nothing you can do to make these people happy. So you're going to try to get electric trucks. That ain't going to work. You're going to try to get electric cars. That ain't going to work. Eventually, it will. Somewhere along the line, the mindset of people will change. And we're going to put solar. That's what somebody said. Okay, solar. We're going to charge a Tesla semi, with solar panels. You know how expensive land is, especially on the East Coast. Can you imagine? Say we're going to put in a power plug here for a Tesla semi, and there's going to be hundreds of them coming in throughout the day. And we're going to have enough solar to charge all these trucks. All that solar is that'll be, 40 or 50 acres of solar panels. Forget about the cost of the solar panels. Look at the cost of the land. I mean, people, they see, the magical semi that I saw on YouTube one day or on the news one day, the Tesla semi. It's the godsend. It's the savior of the world. Think it through. It ain't going to happen. It just ain't going to happen.